The plumes of smoke and burned-out homes are the most memorable images of the fires, but those close to the flames probably also remember the constant drone of aircraft. More than 40 planes and helicopters logged time fighting fires around the county that week. Ramona's normally quiet air attack base was a hub of activity.
At one point we had 9 air tankers here, a lead plane, 4 helicopters, 2 air attack planes. So that's a lot.
CAL FIRE's Mitchell Hubbard leans over the map that dominates the center of the air traffic control room. It is a key to calculating times and flight paths to fires.
You had the Cocoa Fire, which was burning, Carlsbad, Poinsettia, and then the day prior. So Carlsbad area right here, all along the coast, Poinsettia, Coco's in San Marcos, and then kind of the Bernardo area.
But effectively fighting multiple fires requires more than a map. It demands real-time information. The only way to get that is to deploy CAL FIRE's OV-10A air attack plane. Fire Captain Tim Stepanovich says the small turboprop craft circles above a fire.
Pilot will sit in the front. This will be my office right here. I have 6 radios that go live. I have a computer screen, and we have an Odin camera system underneath the belly through MIT and Lincoln Labs. That's a direct feed to my incident commanders down on the ground with their tough books.
The pictures give incident commanders a view that they can't get on the ground. That perch above the smoke allows the incident's forward air traffic controller to guide the flying firefighters. Stepanovich splits the fire zones in half and deploys choppers on one side and fixed-wing planes on the other.
It is a choreographed dance. Everything is staggered start. We know exactly who's coming in, who's going out. We set up travel patterns and travel routes. Everything going to the fire maybe at 3,000 feet, everything coming home at 2,000 feet.
The dance is complicated because there are so many partners. City, county, and state aircraft are here. The Forest Service was flying. There were choppers from the Navy, Marines, and California Air National Guard. The aircraft flew all day for most of the week, and a city helicopter even battled the Cocos fire at night. Chris Heiser is San Diego Fire and Rescue's Chief of Air Operations. He says the night flights are a major improvement over past firefighting efforts.
We were right next to the fire, so we could see fire behavior around us. As soon as the helicopter lifted off, we were in contact with the ground, able to determine what the appropriate targets are for us to drop on in support of their operations.
The chopper's 2-person crew wore night vision goggles, which greatly amplify light.
So we see everything on the ground. You can almost see every ember at times. So in some ways, you get a better situational awareness of where fire is and what it's doing at night than during the day.
Pilot Chuck McFarland says a parking lot near CSU San Marcos became a helipad. They flew dozens of missions from there.
In the Cocos fire, there's a lot of either burning porches, part of the structures burning, things like that. So our goal was to get in there and knock that down, and then, let the engine companies know, hey, we got a potential problem there.
The nighttime flights were invaluable for information gathering as well. McFarland says it helped an incident commander from outside the region understand exactly where the threat was.
Typically, a lot of times, the information that those guys receive may be third hand. It's coming from maybe an air attack and maybe coming from pilots, during the day. He actually got up there and got to see it at night, and got to see where the fire was presenting the most problems.
Even with night and day flying in smoke and over rugged terrain, there were no accidents. But Fire Captain Tim Stepanovich says the aerial attack, while good, wasn't perfect. County officials say the wildfires destroyed 79 buildings, damaged 40 others, and caused nearly $30 million in property damage.
We were successful, but we hate the fire to get outside of our box. We hate it to grow, and we don't like to lose houses. When we're losing lives and property, no, we're not doing our job.
Stepanovich says aircraft are great tools to slow the march of a fire, but they are no substitute for boots on the ground. Ultimately, it is firefighters dousing hot spots that put a fire out. Eric Anderson, KPBS News.